He requests 59, A Love Poem About Prime Numbers by Harry Baker. Frames are stream lagging. I don't see any dropped frames right now on my end. Is it fixed now or what? Because right now I'm not dropping frames, so it may be Twitch. Okay. Okay. Wow, this is not short. 59 wakes up on the wrong side of the bed, realizes all his hair is on one side of his head. Takes just under a minute to work out that it's because of the way that he slept. He finds some clothes and gets dressed. Thank you, Desta. What action figure means? What do you mean, what does it mean? Action figure means something that's tiny but looks powerful. He finds some clothes and gets dressed. He can't help but look in the mirror and be subtly impressed. How he looks rough around the edges and yet casually messed. And as he glances out the window, he sees the sight that he gets blessed with of 60 from across the street. Now, 60 was beautiful, with perfectly trimmed cuticles, dressed in something suitable, never rude or crude at all, unimprovable, right on time as usual, more on cue than a snooker ball, but liked to play it super cool. 59 wanted to tell her that he knew her favorite flower. He thought of her every second, every minute, every hour. But he knew it wouldn't work. He'd never get the girl. Because although she lived across the street, they came from different worlds. While 59 admired 60's perfectly round figure, 60 thought 59 was odd. One of his favorite films was 101 Dalmatians. She preferred the sequel. He romanticized the idea they were star-crossed lovers. They could overcome the odds and evens because they had each other. While she maintained the strict views imposed on her by her mother, but that separate could not be equal. And though at the time he felt stupid and dumb for trying to love a girl controlled by her stupid mom, he should have been comforted by the simple sum. Take 59 away from 60, and you're left with the one. Sure enough, after 2 months of moping around, 61 days later, 61 was who he found. He had lost his keys and his parents were out, so one day after school he went into a house. As he noticed the slightly wonky numbers on the door, he wondered why he'd never introduced himself before. As she let him in, his jaw dropped in awe. 61 was like 60, but a little bit more. She had prettier eyes and an approachable smile, and like him, rough around the edges, casual style. And like him, everything was in disorganized piles. And like him, her mum didn't mind if friends stayed a little while. Because she was like him and he liked her, he reckoned she would like him if she knew he was like her. And it was different this time. I mean, this girl was wicked. So he plucked up the courage and asked for her digits. She said, "I'm 61. He grinned and said, "I'm 59. Today, I've had a really nice time. So tomorrow, if you wanted, you could come over to mine." She said, "Sure." She loved talking to someone just as quirky. She agreed to this unofficial first date. In the end, he was only ready 1 minute early, but it didn't matter because she arrived 1 minute late. And from that moment on, there was non-stop chatter. How they loved X Factor. How they had 2 factors. How that did not matter. Distinctiveness made them better. By the end of the night, they knew they were meant together. That's how it's written. And one day she was talking about stuck-up 60. She noticed 59 look a bit shy, shifty. He blushed, told her of his crush. The best thing that never happened because it led to us. 61 was clever, see, not prone to jealousy. She looked him in the eyes and told him quite tenderly, You're 59, I'm 61. Together we combine to become twice what 60 could ever be. At this point, 59 had tears in his eyes. Was so glad to have this one-of-a-kind girl in his life. He told her the very definition of being prime was that with only one and himself could his heart divide. And she was the only one he wanted to give his heart to. She said she felt the same now, and she knew the films were half true, because that wasn't real love. That love was just a sample. When it came to real love, they were a prime example. There you go. That is 59, a love poem about prime numbers by Harry Baker. Thank you, Kayla. Right, Snapchat. Yeah, we'll do that. Thank you, Allison. They absolutely are. Thank you, Black Ops. All right, everybody. Hopefully, see y'all tomorrow night. I gotta figure out how to Snapchat something. Until then, have a wonderful evening, and hope you have a good day tomorrow. My Snapchat is Ryan the Chat. Yeah, that's it. All right. Night, everybody. Thank you, Katie. I got it in there. Have fun.